In the world of money, investing, and financial growth, one question has grown louder than ever: which is better, crypto or stocks? It's a question asked by beginners, experts, entrepreneurs, and dreamers. It's asked by people chasing financial freedom, people who want stability, and people who simply want to understand where the future is heading. And in today's world, where information is everywhere and opinions are loud, the answer has become more confusing than ever. Some say crypto is the fastest path to wealth. Others say stocks are the only proven way to build long-term security. So, which one is truly better? To understand that, imagine two completely different worlds. On one side, you have the traditional financial system over a century old, built slowly, carefully, and deliberately. This world has created millionaires, funded companies, and powered global economies. When you invest in a stock, you're not just buying numbers on a screen, you're buying ownership in real businesses. Companies with real employees, offices, products, customers, profits, and assets. When you buy Apple stock, you own a small slice of one of the most powerful companies on earth. When you invest in Tesla, you own a piece of the electric revolution. Stocks are backed by real performance and real-world activity. Because stocks represent actual companies, there is accountability. There are strict laws, regulations, reporting rules, and penalties for fraud. Every quarter, companies release earnings reports showing how much they made, how much they grew, what their expenses were, and what their future plans are. This transparency gives investors confidence and creates a sense of stability. Even if markets crash, even if the world enters a recession, history shows something powerful. The stock market always recovers and grows again. Over 100 years of data prove this. Slow, steady, reliable growth. But on the other side of the financial world, a new force has emerged. One that isn't tied to governments or traditional banks. One that doesn't require physical offices, factories, or employees. One that moves through computer networks, blockchain code, and global digital systems. This is cryptocurrency, a decentralized, digital form of value that doesn't belong to any country or corporation. It can be transferred across borders in seconds, traded any time of day, and stored without needing a bank. It's fast. It's global. It's revolutionary. Crypto has produced some of the fastest and most dramatic wealth growth stories in history. A few dollars in Bitcoin in 2011 could have turned into millions. Early Ethereum holders became rich. Even small meme coins, although extremely risky, skyrocketed in ways traditional investments never could. This level of explosive growth is the reason crypto captured the imagination of millions. It feels like the future. It feels like a chance to get in early on a new global technology shift. But where there is opportunity, there is also danger. Crypto is a world with little protection. There are no quarterly earnings reports for most tokens. There is no CEO that must answer to regulators. There are coins created as jokes, projects created by anonymous developers, and markets that can swing violently in minutes. A coin can grow 50% in one day and collapse 70% the next. It is unpredictable. It is emotional. It is exhilarating but terrifying. This volatility creates opportunity, but it also destroys unprepared investors. So the question becomes, which one is truly better, crypto or stocks? The answer depends entirely on you. Your goals, your risk tolerance, your timeline, your personality. If you want stability, if you value slow and steady growth, if you prefer something backed by real companies and real earnings, then stocks are a better match. Stocks don't move as fast, but they are predictable. They don't make you rich overnight, but they build wealth over years and decades. You can buy shares of reliable companies, benefit from dividends, and let compound interest work in your favor. This method has created countless millionaires not through luck, but through patience. But if you want potential explosive returns, if you can handle big emotional swings, if you are willing to take risks for faster financial growth, crypto might be better for you. Crypto doesn't wait. Crypto doesn't move slowly. Crypto rewards the brave but punishes the careless. It requires research, discipline, and emotional strength. It requires understanding how blockchain works, how to secure your assets, and how to recognize scams. It offers opportunity, but only to those who respect the risk. And another truth must be understood: you do not need to choose only one. In fact, the smartest investors don't pick sides, they diversify. They build a foundation of safe, reliable stock investments, then add crypto for growth. They use traditional finance for stability and digital finance for opportunity. They use the power of both worlds. Imagine your finances as a house. Stocks are the foundation, the concrete that keeps everything standing strong. Crypto is the rooftop solar panels, the technology that can dramatically increase the value of the house, but shouldn't it be your entire structure? When you combine safety and opportunity, you create balance. And balance is what protects you from emotional decisions. But what about the future? Will crypto replace stocks? Will blockchain replace the old financial system? Not likely. Instead, these two worlds will merge. Companies will use blockchain. Stocks may one day live on digital networks. Crypto projects will become more regulated. And investors will use both systems together to grow wealth. Now, let's go deeper into the psychology of investing, because this is where many people lose money. Stocks test your patience. Crypto tests your emotions. Stocks feel slow. Crypto feels fast. Stocks reward calm minds. Crypto punishes fear. When stocks dip a little, most people stay calm. When crypto drops 20% overnight, most people panic. They sell at the bottom, buy at the top, and lose money while experienced investors accumulate. The emotional difficulty is why many beginners lose money in crypto, not because the asset is bad, but because their mindset wasn't ready. You cannot enter the crypto market thinking it behaves like stocks. It doesn't. You must understand that volatility is normal, corrections are normal, and sudden price swings are part of the experience. Stocks, on the other hand, reward long-term commitment. If you invest in strong companies and hold through ups and downs, you usually win. The market grows over years. Even after crashes, wars, economic crises, and global disasters, the stock market always goes up in the long run. Crypto hasn't existed long enough to prove this, which adds uncertainty but also opportunity. One more major difference is accessibility. Crypto is borderless. Anyone in the world with a phone can buy it. There are no opening hours, no paperwork, no brokers, no banks. It is financial freedom. Stocks, depending on your country, may require a broker, documents, approval, and limited trading hours. This makes crypto more inclusive for people in developing countries or people without access to traditional banks. But accessibility also means lower barriers to entry, which brings inexperienced investors, and inexperienced investors often make emotional decisions. So where does all of this lead us? To the ultimate truth: neither crypto nor stocks are better universally. They are simply better for different purposes. Crypto is better for high-risk, high-reward strategies. Stocks are better for low-risk, long-term stability. Crypto is fast, exciting, and global. Stocks are slow, steady, and reliable. Crypto is unpredictable but explosive. Stocks are predictable but gradual. Crypto is the future of technology. Stocks are the backbone of the global economy. If your goal is to build wealth slowly and safely, stocks are your friend. If your goal is to grow aggressively and you can handle volatility, crypto fits your style. But the most powerful strategy is combining both, using stocks as your foundation and crypto as your growth engine. The world is changing. Technology is evolving. New opportunities are emerging. And the people who understand both systems will be the ones who benefit the most. In the end, the battle between crypto and stocks isn't about which one wins. It's about understanding how each one works, knowing yourself, and building a strategy that matches your personality. Because the best investment isn't crypto or stocks, the best investment is the one you can hold, manage, and grow without fear. And when you master that mindset, you will succeed no matter which market you choose.